But for the next crop of talent, they could be coming out of local schools like the Pima Wrestling Academy in Irmo, South Carolina. This one here is Athena. She is a Dumerus boa, non-venomous. So she's very passive. She hasn't bitten anybody, but she's non-venomous. She's okay to hold and is one of the premier snakes at the Black Creek Wildlife Center. While Carolina News may have lost, that means nobody will be in the fountain. I still won the Carolina News bracket challenge by picking UConn. So technically I still won. But right here in the heart of downtown Ridgeway, South Carolina sits the world's smallest police station. Pounds police station, all 10 foot by 12 foot of it, and with ceilings, I can touch flat foot.
This time, yeah.
Hey man, Hitler was right about some of these man. Let's slash it there, man. These man.
This is Myron Gaines, one half of the Fresh and Fit podcast that originally started as a male self-help podcast, but in the past year, Gaines has transitioned to become more of a politically driven figure, and now has been announced to have an Uncensored America event at the Russell House at USC on April 22nd, titled after his book, Why Women Deserve Less. Student response to the event has already been quick and divided. Thomas Baker has frequently spoke out against Uncensored America events in the past and frequently debates people on social media.
Posters that I'm surprised are even allowed around the school.
While Baker didn't agree with Charlie Kirk, he did say that he was fine with Charlie Kirk recently being on campus, but a figure like Gaines is a step too far.
And I don't think they should be able to get a pass just because they're doing it under political talk. I don't think there's really anything political about saying women deserve less.
However, Brenton Connor, the chapter president of Uncensored America, says that they are open to all speech that's protected by the First Amendment.
Our only cause is championing free speech, and if free speech has become politicized, then I think there's way bigger problems in this country.
Connor additionally mentioned that he has reached out to several left-wing figures and influencers like Dean Withers and Hassan Piker to have events on campus, but has never gotten a response back.
Nobody wants to work. They don't want to come do events, talk to students, have debates, defend their ideas, it seems like. We'd love them to do that.
The Myron Gaines Uncensored America event is scheduled to take place on April 22nd at 8 p.m. The event is expected to have a massive turnout for both supporters and people protesting the event, both inside and outside the Russell House. For Carolina News, I'm Noah Arnold. Back to you guys at the desk. I'm just outside the Waffle House here in Blythewood, where I spent many a late nights, early mornings, and Christmas days with my family. But on Saturday night, right here, absolute pandemonium took place. This is a security camera footage released by the Richland County Sheriff's Department that shows the moment where 41 shots were fired in the span of 49 seconds, sending people running for their lives. Deputies say the shooting took place around 2 a.m., where one was struck but survived. Blythewood Mayor Sloan Griffin has already had to deal with a recent string of violent incidents, including a fight at a recent movie night in the park. This has led to many calls for a town curfew.
If you're going to allow your children to be out at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, someone needs to be accountable for these teenagers out here.
The Richland County Sheriff's Department says the investigation is still ongoing and no arrests have been made. Griffin has said that he will be supporting Sheriff Lott's recent campaign of holding parents accountable for their children's crimes.
We will ensure that we're working in hand with the Richland County Sheriff's Office as well as Richland 2 School District. We have to start those messaging somewhere, but we will hold individuals accountable, not only just the teens, but the parents. And as of now, no arrests have been made in connection to the shooting, and investigations are still ongoing. From Blythewood, Carolina News, Noah Arnold. Back to you guys at the desk. With wildfires raging across the state, fire departments are putting more of an emphasis on prepping for the threat of more fires occurring. And due to Carolina's terrain, the threat is always likely. Well, according to the South Carolina Forest Commission, about 67% of the state is covered in forest land, or about 12.9 million acres.
With the winter season being South Carolina's dry season and most state being covered in forest, Jay Joyner, the training captain at Fairfield County, said it's a perfect mix to have wildfires occur.
We've been seeing 4 to 6 fires a day lately, with it being as dry as it is.
Which is why Fairfield County and new Deputy Chief Dylan Garris is spending their day training with the brush trucks.
Make sure you have the adequate trucks, types of equipment, because you can't always take a ladder truck to a brush fire because it's not going to do you any good. So you got to make sure you have your brush trucks, make sure you have forestry coming for dozers and things like that.
Brush trucks are smaller than your standard trucks to account for rougher terrain. They also carry their own water and have a booster pump for increased water pressure. And the wildfire equipment and uniform is lighter weight than typical to be more maneuverable. With the increased wildfire risk, firefighters hope to keep these brush fires down before they become uncontrollable. For Carolina News, I'm Noah Arnold. Welcome back to Carolina News. It's time for sports. Yesterday, the Gamecock women's basketball team fell short of repeating as national champions, falling 82-59 to UConn. And it was a somber mood in the Russell House at the watch party. A day in Russell House that began with hope and optimism quickly turns to dread and sadness.
The lead is 30, and the freshman is thriving.
As for the second time this season, UConn crushed South Carolina, this time on the biggest stage, leaving students confused by the performance.
It's been really rough. We started out so strong, I just don't understand.
Students began to file out of Russell House before the final buzzer even sounded. While Carolina News may have lost, that means nobody will be in the fountain. I still won the Carolina News bracket challenge by picking UConn. So technically I still won. Freshman Aiden Bright jumped in with me after he said he'll do it if I do it, and he even talked with me on how Carolina's season went.
I feel good. I feel like we missed out with the Ashlyn Watkins due to an injury. I felt like our season was it was a great run, but, missing that big player in the post.
And just FYI, I didn't realize how shallow the fountain was, so my back is it's pretty scraped up from the concrete. Now, in order to save some time for our producer, I'll be speedballing these next few stories, a segment I like to call the Carolina News Fast Break. Alex Ovechkin has become the NHL's all-time leading scorer, scoring his 895th career goal, passing Wayne Gretzky's record that was once deemed unbreakable. The Masters have begun today, with today and tomorrow being the first 2 days of practice, followed by Wednesday's par 3 contest. And starting Thursday morning, the first round of the biggest golf tournament begins in Augusta, Georgia. And then finally, the men's college basketball national championship is tonight after Florida edged out Auburn and Houston pulled off a historic comeback over Duke. The Cougars and the Gators advance to the championship game, and tip-off is set for 8:50. And that's all the time I have for sports, plus I have to go put some more Neosporin on my back. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up after the break,